we're good?
No, that was
Or,
a yep.
oh.
I'll let you know. And yes, we're good.
What's up, true believers, and welcome to episode 30 of the Marvel Monday Initiative here on the Penultimate Conquest. Today's topic is our discussion of Captain America Civil War. We're in phase 3, baby. As part of our MCU Rewind series. If you're watching us on YouTube, please consider giving us a like and a subscription, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notifications when we drop new videos, such as Christian's sexy video essays. I know he's working on a few more right now, so please check those out. And also, please give it a shout out to our other shows. We have Penultimate Game Show, which I think we're going to be having one pretty soon.
This Thursday.
Because, this Thursday, Game Awards is coming up soon, so we got Game of the Year stuff happening. So exciting. The Cross Media Show and Animation. If you're watching this on Twitch, please consider using some of Jeffrey Bezos' money to give us a subscription. You get one for free. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming. So it would help us out a lot, and we would appreciate it so much if you consider giving your free monthly subscription to us. If you don't, it's okay. Just come in, hang out. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Eric Inn, and I'm your friendly neighborhood host for the evening. Alongside me today is the master of sentiment himself. I always say that really fast. Cristian Macias. Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
Hey, everyone.
Did you hit him with that swerve? Oh.
That was me doing a backflip.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
And, of course, our director of S.H.I.E.L.D. himself, Ruben Guerrero. Ruben, how are you?
I'm good. How about you? I was going to say there was an idea, but...
I'm fantastic. I've waited for this episode for a while because Cristian and I always come back to this movie. I think if there's an MCU movie that Cristian and I have talked about the most, it's Civil War. So I'm very, very excited for this film.
It's the most divisive.
Civil War, more like Civil Bore. Am I right? Just kidding. I love this movie.
Yeah.
I was about to have to kick you off on this.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But before we get into our discussion, we got a little bit of housekeeping. Special news: Halo Infinite dropped today. Of course, being the multiplayer beta, everything's
John, get out
carry
of
over.
Sorry.
So, John is here. Hey, John. How are you? I hope you have a fantastic day, evening. I hope you're doing something fun. Watching some anime, maybe. Playing a JRPG. Who knows? But yeah, Halo Infinite multiplayer dropped today. So Ruben and the gang are going to be streaming the game pretty much about an hour after we're done here. So click on to our Twitch channel and watch them play. It's going to be a fun time. And, Ruben's probably going to be streaming that every day this week, more than likely.
Yes.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
So tomorrow on the Cross Media Show, we are talking Dexter: New Blood. I've never seen Dexter, but I wanted to sound excited for it because, Dexter means a lot to a lot of people. I just know the only thing I know about that show is a lumberjack, maybe. So
close.
Yeah.
He's the one with the lab underneath his parents' house, and that sister who wears the pink skirt.
Yeah, is he the one that loves his mother or something and kills people?
No.
I forget. They own a hotel.
He loves his
sister.
He loves his sister.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves his sister.
Yeah.
Like this?
I mean, no. He falls in love with his adoptive sister.
Oh,
They're
both adopted.
Legit?
They're both adopted.
Okay.
Yes. No, if I remember,
What are you
I
doing, adopted sister?
I think
I don't
no.
know.
I'm sorry. It's just her. I'm sorry. It's just him that's adopted.
Either way, Dexter, it sounds like there's a lot of lore going on there I know nothing about, so tune in tomorrow. They're going to talk about that. Wednesday, Ryan is back for a new episode of Anime Nation. What anime they're talking about? I don't know, but it's going to be anime.
I think it's JoJo, isn't it?
Is it JoJo?
He has
Were they
yet
not
to
doing
tell
JoJo?
me. I don't know. Are you on that?
We'll find out together. No, I'm not.
Something anime happened, and something else anime is happening this weekend. Cowboy Bebop drops Friday. I'm excited to watch that. Everyone was talking about, I read the reviews, oh my god, they're ruining the show. It's it's okay, it's whatever.
It's too tropey for me,
Both these things can coexist, okay? I have animated Lion King and I have live action Lion King.
Which is the better one?
Neither live action should exist.
Obviously, I love animated. It's my favorite movie of all time, and I love the live action version. Okay. But, it's okay. They both can coexist. Maybe more people will get into Cowboy Bebop this way. So, weebs out there angry, it's okay. It's all right. I watched Death
Indeed.
Note. I remember how it was. It was bad. All right. So maybe because this is a series, it'll be a little bit better. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So Thursday, we were talking about all about Xbox with their 20th anniversary showcase they did today, which was very nice. I watched it. It was very heartwarming. And remember, Extra Life is still happening. We could use your support to get our second goal of $500. It would mean a lot to us. You help us out there. So please consider donating to a wonderful cause. And
Perfect
I
timing
think
here.
that's about it
That's it.
on
Perfect timing.
yeah, I think it's about it on show notes and everything. So let's get into the Marvel news for the week. And oh boy, do we got a lot going on, because last Friday was Disney Plus Day. Ba, ba, ba. Second year for Disney Plus, and this is like the first annual Disney Plus Day thing they're going on. Like they even had a thing in all the parks everywhere. They had a bunch of blue carpet. They were giving out a bunch of Disney Plus stuff. It was like a whole big ordeal. And they had a big showcase showing all the new stuff for Disney Plus, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars. But obviously it's the Marvel show, so we're going to talk about the Marvel things. So I got all the notes right here, so let's go through them. So it's time, if we could,
But also,
you
there
know,
wasn't really much Star Wars stuff.
yeah, there really wasn't much Star Wars. We got a minute of Kenobi,
That's literally
and
it. And
second
that's
sister is going to be in it. Ooh, so excited for that. She can step on me. Anyway, it's time to get to the Marvel news and cue that theme song, Ruben, because X-Men animated series is back, baby.
I'm sorry, I'm not an X-Men guy.
Now,
There you
now. So yeah, it's coming back in 2023. All the original voice actors are pretty much coming back for it, which is awesome. I love that they, announced it with the Wolverine sad meme. I thought that was really good. Bo DeMayo is show running. He did Moon Knight and a bunch of the Witcher stuff for Netflix. That was very exciting. I like that it's animated. I like that the first X-Men property in the MCU is going to be X-Men anime series. But although someone did say it may not be MCU, who knows? But Marvel Studios is doing it. Next up, news here: an Echo show was confirmed. Echo, of course, will be for Maya Lopez, that will meet in Hawkeye, which is in about next week. Oh my God, Hawkeye is next week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm
Is
so
that
excited.
true?
Yeah.
What date does that drop?
The
24th, baby.
24th, yeah.
I will be in
So,
Mexico. I will have
next
to wait 2 weeks to
Wednesday,
watch.
next Wednesday, Hawkeye episode 1 drops, and I'm so freaking excited. I forgot to add Hawkeye on this show list, but don't worry, we're going to talk about Hawkeye. Let's just talk about Hawkeye right now. They showed an extended look at Hawkeye, and it looked really good. I like the tone that was set. Kate and Clint looked like they're going to have a good rapport the whole time. Looks like she was just having so much fun.
Absolutely.
Which is what we kind of need. Like, our last few MCU shows kind of got a little dour at the end there. So hopefully this is just fun. Till her daddy took her T-Bird away, or however how the lyric goes.
It's a Christmas movie, so it should be fun.
Yeah, New York Christmas time.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for the Steve Rogers musical episode. That's all
I'm excited
ready
for
for.
that.
I hope that everyone
I
just
hope.
like look at him like, did that really happen? No, that's not what happened. But anyway, Echo show for Maya Lopez will be coming to Disney Plus. We got new logos for Ironheart, I Am Groot, and Armor Wars. Not much else there.
Do we
we
know
know.
what I Am Groot is?
I would assume it's. Oh, go ahead, Christian.
Isn't it supposed to be some kind of like a musical? A James Gunn that he's like doing? Like a short.
I think it's a Christmas special, actually.
Like a Christmas special. They're a special, thank you. That's what I meant. Yeah.
I think they are doing a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, and I think this is like its own thing as well. I think it's just animated Groot, because I know like the Star Wars shorts they did for BB-8 were like these 3-4 minute shorts, if that even, of BB-8 doing fun things. So it's probably gonna be Baby Groot doing.
Should have been C-3PO.
So,
just lecturing us on why things are bad,
Okay. So yeah. So Riri Williams and Ironheart, we know about her. She has been cast. She is going to appear in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Armor Wars, we still know, is headed by Don Cheadle. Tony stuff gets in the wrong hand. But one of the biggest announcements, I would say, is that they are making a new Spider-Man cartoon, baby. Spider-Man Freshman Year was announced. It is a canonical animated show about the early days of Spider-Man. in his freshman year, it sounds like. So we're probably going to get how this MCU version's origin is, or like his first days, which I'm really excited for. And I saw, I think I saw a still of what it is, and the animation looks like the 63 Spider-Man cartoon, which looks really cool and neat. I'm interested to see how that goes. Interested to see if Tom Holland voices it. Who knows?
Doubt it.
But yeah,
I'm with Ruben.
I doubt it. Like the one they got for What If sounded pretty close. So
Yes.
maybe they'll get that
that
person.
guy. Let's do it.
I forget what his name is, but yeah, new Spider-Man cartoon is always good in the Ginn household. Agatha, House of Harkness was announced. We knew that there was a spinoff coming for the beloved WandaVision character, and we got an official logo for it. Catherine Hahn is returning. WandaVision showrunner Jack Schaefer is returning as showrunner as well, which is really nice. So I'm excited to see what that is. I don't even know what the tone for the show is going to be. Maybe it's just fun, spooky stuff. Who knows?
Can I make an assumption?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna assume that this is her, obviously, back in Salem, Massachusetts, just gaining her powers. Maybe.
There's been rumors that it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Who
knows?
Maybe it'd
she
be
might
fun
get
to
that
see.
Oscar.
Yeah. Let's get your Oscar for television, Catherine Hahn. Let's do it. They don't have any Oscars for television. I don't know what I'm saying. Either way, I'm just so excited. All this Marvel news. Marvel Zombies animated show was announced, which is really cool.
Do we need it?
Just like, I really like the Marvel Zombies What If episode, and Marvel Zombies is a pretty popular property within the comics. So I think that would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, just everyone likes zombies, and I'm glad that.
Do they though?
I mean, you don't remember the time when everyone was
but I feel like
infatuated.
we're past that. Walking Dead has finally been over. It's finally done. Why are we?
It's not over. It's got one season left, Ruben.
Yeah, but who's watching?
Yeah, exactly. The
Either
one
way,
person that's watching that show.
I think
Rick
it's
Grimes
a cool idea.
in his house with yelling at Carl.
Yeah.
Carl.
So we also got confirmation that What If season 2 is happening, and it said coming soon. So we'll see how that goes.
January.
I did finish What If.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
I did finish What If during my leave right here, and I gotta say the final 3 episodes were amazing. I really enjoyed those 3, especially Ultron going through all the multiverses. Oh, that was really cool.
That's all we enjoyed.
Like the Thor party episode was also super fun. I like that one. Next up, we got a new logo for Secret Invasion, with a new look at Nick Fury, who's looking a bit worse for wear. Do we think that is Nick Fury, though?
He had green eyes. If I remember correctly, he had green eyes.
So. And he had like a big claw mark on his face. So
Well, he did get scratched by a cat, so.
It was not a cat, but sure.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's probably time for the 3 biggest things that dropped during this Marvel fun sizzle reel they had. So we got our first look at Miss Marvel, which is confirmed to be for Q2 of 2022. Got pushed back a little bit.
That's okay.
Looked fun. I liked that she had like her homemade Captain Marvel costume. I thought that was neat. What were y'all thoughts?
Exciting. Hers is exciting because to me, like the pitch of the show is just like a fan who's obsessed, which is very different than what some of the other shows we've gotten, which is just like here's some side stories on like major characters you already know. So like, I don't know, like the quaint and cute stories about like I know I akin it to the Miss Marvel from the Avengers game, which I know people don't like the Avengers game, but I played the beta and like her stuff was always great. Like seeing the Avengers through her lens is like fantastic. So I'm excited for a show that will feature like a perspective that's different than what we've gotten before.
Of course, Ruben, what do you think on the stuff?
Oh yeah, sorry.
He's overcome with emotion.
No, I have to agree with Christian. It reminds me of the Avengers single player campaign. I'm excited for that because that was really good. Multiplayer, I don't know.
Multiplayer, you don't have to play the game multiplayer. You never have to play it multiplayer.
I'm just saying the multiplayer, I don't know.
You don't have to play it either way. November 30th, Spider-Man comes to Avengers. Everybody, very excited. Um, we also got a new logo and first look at She-Hulk. We got our first look at Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters. Didn't see fully the She-Hulk, get up. Saw her back with her super toned arms and legs for days. I
I
thought
don't
that
know.
was neat.
I don't know.
And
I didn't like that new logo. Tell you what.
yeah, it was weird. I like the graffiti of the first logo, but it's just a logo.
I'm sorry.
That's true.
What was the? What are we talking about? She-Hulk.
We're talking about She-Hulk logo. They changed the logo. It looks like
Oh.
an ER
Yeah.
drama series
Nip
now.
Tuck. Marvel Studios is Nip Tuck.
We got Mark Ruffalo in the little teaser as well, with Hulk with a, what appears to be a healed right arm after the snap. So no telling where this is on the timeline. But my favorite part of it was they had a little nice homage to the Incredible Hulk TV show from the 70s with the way that Bruce was standing and her tagline, "Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry." I thought that was very fun. Nice little callback right there. So this still should be coming next year. It was nice to get, our first shot of it. So, but there was one thing in this entire Disney Plus thing that made me so excited, and that, of course, is Mark Spector himself, Moon Knight. We got our first look at Moon Knight. Interesting. I know we were talking about it in the group chat and stuff. Interesting dialect choice. Oscar Isaac did with like this weak British man. I thought that was neat. But before I get further into it, what did you guys think of the teaser? Ruben, I'm gonna start with you. What did you think of the Moon Knight footage they showed?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. The whole Disney Plus day was a real letdown for me. I would much rather, instead of me watching a 14-minute clip on Disney Plus, just put out the trailers. Just give us a good trailer for literally everything you posted here. You know, give us a sneak peek for What If Season 2. Give us a sneak peek into Secret Invasion. If you can't show anything that you're announcing right here, I feel like you shouldn't be announcing it. Does that make sense?
Well,
Am I right? Am I wrong?
Well, you have to look at it this way. Like Disney Plus days are also, I hate to say, it's also for investors and stuff like that. So you can
Right.
show like, hey,
Right.
this is what we got. So I think that it was a nice thing for them just to give us some footage, just to be like, hey, this is coming out next year.
Right.
Here's what we got with it.
I guess
Um,
the big stuff that we were looking forward to, Moon Knight, She-Hulk was a decent sized trailer. The She-Hulk trailer was pretty decent size. I'm not angry about that, but Moon Knight, I kind of feel like we could have gotten more from that.
Okay.
well,
Cristian, you look
it's
like
just
you
like
had
a
something to
tone
say.
teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with Ruben to an extent. Like I thought like I don't know. The tweeting of it out was weird because I had to follow like separate accounts just to see what was going on. Like
Yeah.
there's like Pixar stuff, there's Disney stuff, Star Wars, and then Marvel. It's like all on different fronts. It's like I need this to be in one central location.
Disney Plus.
Um,
It should have just been tweeted from the Disney Plus account.
well, they did like way after, and they put it all together. But even still, like you can't if you're someone is streaming or whatever they want to do like live reacts, you can't like go on Disney
Twitter.
Plus. I guess you can turn off hardware acceleration. That'll work then, but that's a separate story.
We could have put it
Um,
on YouTube.
Otherwise, I thought that a lot of the showings were pretty great. I forget where Eric asked. He asked about Moon Knight, or like what our thoughts on Moon Knight were.
Yes.
Yeah. Just on the
I
Moon
like
Knight footage.
I like Oscar Isaac's accent. I can't tell the difference between me thoughts. I don't know. Is he both voices? I think he's both voices.
Mhm.
Yeah, obviously everyone's akinning this to like a Daredevil in terms of like violence and tone, which I love. Hopefully we'll get Matt Murdock eventually if people are digging stuff like this. Obviously, come on, Charlie Cox coming back. Let's do it.
It's been
Um,
rumored for a while, a couple weeks.
Otherwise, my biggest like issue with like just any TV stuff, any MCU TV shows in general is that production always looks weird. Like there's that shot of Moon Knight jumping over like those buildings with the moon in the background, which is like a cool shot, but it just looks off. And I gotta hand that over just to like production because spending money on TV is just way different. But otherwise, like I'm excited. This is Moon Knight is probably the one I'm most excited for. Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac. Yes, please.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because for those who don't know, Moon Knight character Mark Spector has dissociative identity disorder. So maybe that first voice we heard from Oscar Isaac is just one of the many voices he's going to be using in the show. Maybe that second voice that was kind of deeper, maybe it was Ethan Hawke, maybe it was another personality. Who knows? I think my favorite shot was when it's like the close up of Oscar Isaac, and he's like his eyes are like in the back of the head, and he just like comes out, and like everybody around him is just beat the fuck up. I think that's going to be really interesting.
As a person who has no idea what Moon Knight is, I just know that he's literally probably the most unhinged Marvel character of all time.
Yes.
Are you saying Ethan Hawke the actor, or is this guy's name Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke the actor.
Okay.
So
all right.
there was a second voice in the trailer, so it could have been Ethan Hawke's character, who's I think is going to be the bad guy of the show. But
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, I really like this shot of him just beating whoever it was on the ground, unless like the cape is flowing right behind him as he's doing it. Thought that was really cool. They did show like a little bit of the suit, which is very more white than we saw that potential leak photo of Moon Knight. So I'm very excited. Moon Knight is one of the coolest characters in the Marvel comics, and we'll see where we go from here. It's interesting that Moon Knight is only going to be 6 episodes, I think, and She-Hulk is going to be 10. I think She-Hulk is going to be like 10, 22-minute episodes.
Yeah.
And Moon Knight's going to be like the 6, 45, 50-minute episodes. So we'll see how that
Exactly
goes.
what I wanted. Perfect.
But anyway, yeah, that was the Disney Plus show. Obviously, not a lot more MCU stuff. This was mainly for the for Disney Plus. So a lot of content coming to the MCU. Shang-Chi came on Disney Plus the 12th, which is I haven't watched it yet.
At all, like period?
No, I
Okay,
saw it. I mean, I haven't seen it since it came on the site.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. I did see Jungle Cruise on November 12th. That was fun. I enjoyed Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. Red Notice, though, was not good. I'm going to put that in here now. I know we're a Marvel show. Please don't watch Red Notice.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know what Red Notice is.
We talked about it last week, Christian.
It's the new Rock, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
I don't know. I still gotta watch it. It might be so bad that it's a good movie.
You don't have to watch it.
I do. I gotta watch it.
It's real bad. It's real bad.
We'll see.
Oh man, it was real bad. And like when they say it was the #1 most watched movie on Netflix history, day one, I'm like, oh god.
They say that for everything, you know.
Well, who knows?
The only person that can really tell is Netflix.
True. Yeah. So other news, Eternals was #1 again at the box office this past weekend with 27.5 million domestically. So Chloe Zhao, keep on keeping on. There was rumors this weekend that she's doing Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So interesting to see how that goes.
Kevin Feige.
That would be
a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
I am way more excited. Sorry, go ahead.
He was Kevin Feige. They announced like I think last year or 2 years ago that he's producing a Star Wars movie.
This man can't do anything. Can do anything, you know.
Yeah. Put Chloe Zhao in there. I want to see what she does with Star Wars.
Yeah.
To
me, I think a Chloe Zhao Star Wars movie sounds like way more fit than an MCU movie. And I like the Eternals, but like for Star Wars, like yes.
As long as it's just a one story movie, you know.
Yeah.
We don't need a trilogy again.
A trilogy? I don't think it would be a trilogy, but
let's keep it one stories, guys.
Make it Old Republic. Dude, give Chloe Zhao the Old Republic. Oh man, give me that. Either way.
That actually sounds
next up, there was a rumor going around that Marvel Studios is rebooting Daredevil.
Yes.
Industry Insider just posted a talent grid, not necessarily anything if this is a TV show, a movie, that they're looking to potentially redo Daredevil. You know, Daredevil's a really popular character, and you know, with the introduction of Blade coming in, Moon Knight, and all that stuff, I think Daredevil needs to be in the MCU. I think
some might say
it's
pretty good.
Yeah.
You gonna just throw in a Larry David in there?
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic.
Either way. But speaking of awesome things,
hold on.
So, go ahead.
I guess this kind of transitions into what you're about to say, so I'll just wait, I guess.
Okay. So It is confirmed. It happened today, from the Twitter accounts and everything, that the second trailer for Spider-Man: No Way Home, possibly the last trailer, is premiering tomorrow. Thwip thwip. Yeah, it's very exciting. So yeah, we are definitely doing a live reaction to that tomorrow, because this could be the big one. This could be it. Who knows? But
I'll
definitely.
admit it.
What's up?
I was not excited for Spider-Man: No Way Home until I finished Civil War. I'm not even gonna BS you.
It's
Like,
okay.
watching
Yeah.
Spider-Man again in the MCU is like, oh yeah, this is good. I'm excited for more Spider-Man.
Y'all know me. I can never get enough Spider-Man, so I am definitely ready to break down that thing tomorrow like 20 times.
Yeah.
See what's going on. They dropped a poster today, which I don't think is an official poster. I think it's just for the trailer tomorrow, because they reused the Green Goblin shot, and Doctor Strange doesn't look that great. I think it was just to get everyone excited for the trailer.
You literally could have just put like a Peter shot
Trailer
of him.
tomorrow.
Trailer tomorrow, a Peter shot of him just like with his eyes wide open, like him surprised.
But either way, I'm calling it. I think this is gonna be the trailer with Toby and Andrew. If not their faces, then they're masked up Spider-Man. I think it's happening. I think we're gonna get Willem Dafoe tomorrow. I think we're gonna hear his voice.
You're asking for a lot.
Hey, we know that they're in it. We know
we know that they're in it, but you're asking for a lot in this trailer.
Pizza time. We're getting pizza time.
I expect
Everyone's
one
here.
of those things. Definitely
Well,
not both.
Toby. It's Toby.
No, I'm expecting Willem Dafoe, since they teased it in the
yeah, like look at it this way, like
Smarter.
the in-game trailers was like from the first 15 minutes of the movie. So, and they said we've barely scratched the surface of what this movie is from what we've seen. So,
which is weird.
You know what?
Well, go ahead, Christian.
I'll one up you. It'll be Willem Dafoe and Jamie Foxx. That's what you'll
I thought
see.
you were about to say Jimmy Fallon.
I don't think so. If I'm putting my cards in a basket, I'm gonna say we're gonna see Willem Dafoe and probably Tom Hardy's dumbass on screen saying this guy, and he's just licking a screen of Peter Parker.
Okay. All right. I changed my mind. Here's what we're getting. We're getting the Sinister Six tomorrow. We're not getting
All six. Huh?
We're putting all six on the screen.
I'm just upset at Johnny Watts. Like he's built up Scorpion for the past 2 movies, and we just don't see anything.
Are you mad he hasn't called you in like 2 weeks? Is that why?
Listen, like I've been trying to get into contact with him. Like, what's going on here? Why didn't you tell me Venom was going to be in this movie? I specifically told you not to put Venom.
That's why he ghosted you.
He didn't ghost me. He's just busy.
All this to say, there's no way Matt Murdock is in it now, right?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
We'll find out. They're just talking about rebooting Daredevil.
Yeah, but they're also talking. There's also rumors that Charlie Cox is still in talks to be Daredevil. I think
he's still in talks. How is he going to be in the movie if he's still in talks?
No, still in talks for the show. Like I think they're trying to like bring him back as Daredevil.
So he's like, yeah, sure, I'll do this one movie, and then I don't know if I'm going to come back for anything else.
I don't know, Christian. Why are you trying to knock me down?
What has Charlie Cox really been in since Daredevil ended? I think
he's in one TV
much. Let's see. He was. Yeah, you're right. He's in one TV show. That's it.
Yeah.
He did a play, a TV show, and that's about it.
Yeah. So
bring him back. Let's go.
He's back because
he's 38 years old. He can do it.
He's got to be back. He's got to be back.
So, all right. That's about all the news and speculation we got. Now it's time for the meat and potatoes of the show. Time to talk about the first movie of Phase 3. That, of course, being Captain America: Civil War. Right here. Let's go, baby.
Is that a titanium? No, plutonium?
Baby.
No.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Why isn't yours open?
Why is mine not not open?
Yeah, why is it a box? Open it.
Because it's still wrapped up. This is the 75th anniversary edition. This is actual metal. I'm just trying to.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Eric. I guess.
Toys are meant to be played with. Ruben.
No, I'm trying to like get a shadow box for it. You know.
Oh my god, did Eric just by accident make my new Tinder bio?
Toys are meant to be played with.
Toys are meant to be played with.
I got that.
I'm making note.
I got that because I think Mark Hamill tweeted that one time about like Star Wars collectors and stuff with all their toys. It's like, yeah, I want to take all my toys out of the box. Toys are meant to be played with. So, yeah, get that out of the box, Ruben.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Walk around with that shield.
I gotta put it in a shadow box.
Either way. All right. Captain America Civil War released on May 6th, 2016 with a budget of a hefty $250 million, probably a little bit more. I think it was the most expensive Marvel movie at the time. No, wait, no, Age of Ultron cost way more than that. Box office $1.153 billion, which is incredible. Directed by the Russo brothers and screenplay by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, who you will know did all the Captain America movies and Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. So funny enough, when I was getting these notes together, I went back and I watched the 2014 Phase 3 announcement press conference they had to show all the Phase 3 movies, and yes. I watched it live as well, but this is the first time I've seen it in a few years. I remember it was Captain America: The Serpent Society, and I was like, "Whoa, they're doing Serpent Society? That's pretty. That's pretty weird." And so at the end of the whole thing, after they announced all the movies, they were like, Serpent Society ain't that good, and then they announced it was Civil War, and that was like the big deal. They brought up
that pop, dude.
Yeah, that pop. Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. came out, fisticuffs. They announced Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. And so, yeah, this is a big deal. And, this was our first introduction in the MCU for T'Challa. Funny enough, T'Challa was meant to be like the Spider-Man-like character that went between both sides. Like both sides are trying to kind of fight for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Spidey was brought in, when they actually got the deal with Spidey, they changed up Black Panther's story a little bit, which I think for the better. I think Black Panther's story in this movie is really good. So as always, we talk about the first question, Ruben. Do you remember your theater experience for Captain America Civil War?
I don't remember specifics. I just remember the arguments that I had with my friends after the end of this movie, where we were talking about whose side is right. Yeah, and that's it.
Cristian, do you remember your theater experience?
Dude, I don't. And I was trying to think about this when I was watching it this past weekend. I don't know where I watched this at. I know where I was in 2016, but like, where did I watch this movie? I have no clue. I remember loving it.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I couldn't, it was something for work and stuff. I could not see it like the first 3 days. So Tessa and I went to go see it on Monday morning. And it was like the first showing was for like a 3D version of it. Cause this was like when Marvel was still doing like 3D movies. I think this was one of the last ones they did. And well, no, Doctor Strange. Obviously they did 3D, but I had 3D glasses on. I remember I'm holding Tessa's hand, and then T'Challa comes on screen, and I remember I squeezed her hand really hard out of excitement. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then when Spider-Man showed on screen, like I kind of like accidentally grabbed her leg, like ah! Like screaming a little bit. You can ask her. It was a fun experience. And yeah, just oh my god, Spider-Man on screen and Black Panther. What a time. So
oh my god,
what's up?
I'm looking at my Instagram to see my priorities for May 6, 2016, and I was too busy hyped up on the new Radiohead album dropping and a concert I went to in LA. So who knows where I watched this at, because I posted nothing about Civil War.
Christian probably watched the movie with Radiohead in LA. He doesn't even remember.
Yeah, me and Tom York.
Um, so, of course, for those unaware, Civil War going into this was a big comic with Marvel, pitted both sides, Team Captain America, Team Iron Man. And, within the MCU version, we started to get those seeds of doubt between the characters in Age of Ultron, specifically, the wood chopping scene when, Cap rips that piece of wood in half.
Never.
And yeah, and then it goes in later with, hey, do we wake up Vision? Do we not? We kind of had like a little fight between the Avengers inside Avengers Tower when they bring out Vision. So I know we asked this question at the start of the show for our guest, but just so everyone can remember, Ruben, are you Team Cap or are you Team Iron Man?
I'm Team Cap.
Okay.
I just listen. If you have a suit of armor, and you can't just like sit down and expect the what was it, the UN to like say, hey, you can go save some people. Like, you just gotta act.
Mhm.
You just gotta act.
Sometimes the safest hands are our own, right, Ruben?
This is true.
Mm-hmm. And Christian, what
Thought
about
about
you? Mm-hmm.
I've thought about this very much, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
because when we first started doing these MCU shows, I said, ah, man, sometimes I'll watch this and I'll think Cap's right. Sometimes I'll watch this and I'll say Iron Man's right. Turns out they're actually both right. They just both have faults in the way they go about it. So take that with what you will. I'm neither side, or I'm on both sides. I don't know. I don't know.
You heard
I
it
think
here. Christian announcing he is a centrist for everyone. So please.
All right.
I play
Uh,
both sides.
All right, Natasha.
But I lean towards Iron Man
Mm-hmm.
because Iron Man has the forefront of his ideals be we have to think about the people that we're hurting when we go out and be superheroes. So ultimately, I would lean more towards Iron Man.
So I have a defense against Thunderbolt Ross and his
All
whole.
rise for Judge Christian. You have the floor. You have the floor, Ruben.
I just like he says everywhere they go they bring chaos and destruction or something along those lines. But like, it's not their fault, Like, they didn't ask Loki to bring down.
No.
No. But hold on,
Sorry,
hear me
I'll
out.
let you. I'm sorry, I'll let you talk first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got excited.
We don't ask Loki to bring down an army of Chitauri to New York City, and like, they're just there because they're doing what they can. We didn't ask Ultron. Okay, well, we kind of did play a little bit in Ultron, but here and there. But like, we didn't ask Ultron to go to Sokovia. All right, I got another list here. Hold on, give me a sec. We didn't ask. Fuck, where is it? We didn't ask. Fuck.
Pretty pro lawyer you got here.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I didn't write anything.
Say I'll nudge you. Probably the Triskelion.
Yeah,
they're
Washington
bringing down the
D.C.
big- yeah.
We didn't ask Hydra to fucking come back from the dead. They just did. All right. We're just lucky that Captain America was there. Okay, we're lucky.
But I think the thing is, like, people of the world don't see that. They saw all this destruction come
Right.
down
Right.
at pretty much at the hands of Captain America. It's kind of like, if you're the president or you're the quarterback of the team, you get the blame.
Yeah.
You're the leader. So all this was put on Cap's shoulders. Pretty
Okay.
much.
I think Vision has a counter argument to Ruben, which is, I mean, just look. He even says statistically, like, look at once Iron Man announced that he is like a super being or whatever, the number of like, I guess, super antagonists, I'll just say, rose exponentially. So it's not saying that like cause equals effect, but that because of this,
Yeah.
it's breeding like resistance.
Which makes you wonder
And that's just.
if Tony kept his mouth shut about being Iron Man, would this still have happened?
That is interesting, but I mean, it is Tony. He's gonna that's the defining thing of his character. Like,
Yes.
I see what you're saying. but I don't think Tony wasn't ever gonna not say he was Iron Man.
Right.
So, note I have here, because, obviously the build up to this movie, I was following everything, seeing all Instagram posts, all Twitter posts, and I think I saw that it was really interesting is that the Russo brothers, uh, two directors worked together in the movie. Like, one of them was Team Cap, and one of them was Team Iron Man the whole time.
That
Um,
rocks.
I think specifically that could add, an interesting vision from a director, because you have one director who sees it from one side and one director who sees it from the other side, and that probably made for a better movie. Which
Yeah.
this is one of the best movies in the MCU, so I really enjoyed that. Joe Russo was Team Cap, and Anthony Russo was Team Iron Man. Um, when they even had like special screenings and it was the Team Cap, like it was always Joe Russo. Anthony wasn't there. And when it was like the Team Iron Man people at a special screening, it was
Interesting.
always Anthony Russo. And I always thought that was interesting, because your directors have that conflict of morality there. Like, what's more important? Freedom and security. I mean, security or freedom, pretty much in this regard. And up until Eternals, I think this is probably the most cerebral MCU film, because it has a lot of moral questions in
Yes.
it. And
The
like,
first
what
40 minutes is just dialogue.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like, you get one action scene in Lagos. That's about it.
Yeah,
True.
And
I
forgot
did
about
want to
that.
bring up. I did want to bring up. We see the return of Crossbones. Obviously, it's not Crossbones at the time, but we see Rumlow coming back.
Mhm.
We could have used that for Taskmaster. Just a plot. Taskmaster could have come back for another movie. But
we're
of
about
course,
to add another counter for Ruben,
Yeah.
for crackpot theories, and every time he brings up Taskmaster, he's got to put money in a jar.
okay,
That's what
that's
we're gonna
fair.
do.
That's fair. I'm just saying. Like we could have. It could have
Are you
been a
talking
plot
like
device.
design wise?
I'm
What they
just
look
saying,
like?
like, no, like, we brought back Rumlow from, the last time we saw Rumlow, it was obviously Captain America Winter Soldier, and he had a fucking building thrown on him, and then he comes back for this movie, albeit he kills himself, but, like, he still comes back for another movie. That's all I'm saying. We can have multiple characters, and we can have the same character in multiple movies.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool use of like bringing back a villain,
Yeah.
like a villain origin. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was neat. I have a
Um,
technical question for Eric.
yes.
I remember Age of Ultron being, I think, the first or one of the earlier IMAX MCU movies. So for sure, I know Civil War was like
Mhm.
they used IMAX in this. Of course, Disney Plus has IMAX Enhanced now. Let me tell you, I spent an hour trying to figure out why my IMAX wasn't working on my TV. I tried an hour of just settings, multiple settings. Nothing was working. Finally, I just said screw it and watch the movie. Is there only one scene in IMAX in this movie, which is the airport scene? When it finally happened, I was like, yes, this rocks. But also, weren't other scenes like Lagos or like the earlier like chase sequences also in IMAX? At least I thought from my theater experience. But
I didn't see when I saw the movie. I have never seen this movie in IMAX, so I
oh dang,
never saw it, because I remember like back, like early Phase 3 and stuff. Like, IMAX was barely used. It wasn't like it is now, where like movies are made for IMAX. Um, so yeah, I would assume that the airport scene, which is the biggest scene in the movie, would have like, hey, let's be able to look at everything here. So no, I will definitely watch it and see what's up. So in the movie, when you watch it, does it just expand in that one scene?
yep, I just looked it up too, and from an article in 2016, it's a 15-minute sequence. So this is the only part where they had shot in IMAX. Yeah, it just expands as soon as the
Okay,
scene starts.
I'm gonna be real
nice.
honest with you. I really couldn't tell the difference on screen. Well, watching
what do you
TV,
mean?
watching on TV. Like I didn't even know what was IMAX and what wasn't.
There's only the one scene.
I know, but if you had told me like the whole movie was a shot in IMAX, I would have believed you. Because I didn't.
Did
pay
you not
attention.
notice the letterbox thing going away?
I did not.
It is interesting, because I have been following some discourse on the internet, specifically with Marvel directors talking about the use of IMAX in their movies. Like Scott Derrickson, director of Doctor Strange, he did not film the movie to have it IMAX on for home theater streaming. That's not how he intended the movie. And James Gunn talked about how, specifically for like the big emotional moments where we wanted everything to be like, everything in this scene is important. Let's just spread it out, and then the big action scenes. So it's been really interesting to see. I'm excited. I don't know what my first IMAX enhanced one is going to be. It's not going to be Shang-Chi because I know that was made for IMAX. Because like that whole movie is just, and like Infinity War, I think also
Yep.
Infinity War and
Infinity War and
Endgame
Endgame.
were made for IMAX. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited to watch them. So where was I getting at here? But yeah, we talk about the beginning of the movie. Christian's right. Like most of the beginning of the movie is set up, is dialogue. We have one scene in Lagos just to get the ball rolling because you have to have that accountability. Wanda, not fully trained, blows up the Wakandan
Oh,
embassy.
so good. Sorry,
And
not that.
yeah, I like in the comics it was a villain blows up a town with a bunch of kids in it, and that starts the whole superhero registration act thing. And of course, in this movie, it's the Sokovia Accords because I didn't know legality at the time that they could use superhero registration act. But they brought down an entire city, so it made sense to call it the Sokovia
It
Accords.
also
And
just sounds better.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I like
The
how
Lagos Accords.
instantly, as soon as Ross comes in and talks to them, there is an instant people are like, "Yep, I've made up my mind. We're not good at this. We got to be better at this." Um, and I had this note down here, but oh man, Chris Evans looking real handsome in this movie. Ooh, I'm just gonna throw that out there right now.
That's your note. You go through all this like, oh, let's look at Lieutenant Ross, and everyone's like, oh man, the Sokovia Accords, people are dying. By the way, Chris Hemsworth, or Chris Evans,
Looking
looking
super
sexy.
handsome, super handsome in this scene. But it also shows like the command that Cap has. He's in the room with the Secretary of State, and he says, "All right, that's enough." Like what Cap says is law, and I think what makes it interesting is because people look up to Cap, especially the government, the world really, and Tony, and so to see him be on the opposite side of what they think really caused some great conflict um, in the film. And so, Ruben, I made this note because I know you bring it up a lot when we talk about Civil War. Do you think it's a disservice to this movie when you call it Avengers 2.5?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest
Why
with
do
you.
you?
This is by far, so far from our list, this is the best movie not we've ever seen, but this is number one for me on our
Okay.
list. Just
Spoilers for
because,
later.
like they do everything perfectly. They introduce two characters which we've never seen in the MCU before perfectly. We have
Mhm.
we're gonna get into it later, but we also introduce the greatest Aunt May we've ever seen. Marissa Tomei. Come on, are you freaking kidding me right now? Are you freaking kidding me right now, Eric?
Marissa
Marissa
Tomei.
Tomei. Okay. Anyway, this is I don't think it's a bad thing that some people call it Avengers 2.5 because that's what it is. Just because we see the majority of the movie from Cap's point of view, I guess, and at the heart of this movie, it is kind of a Cap story, but we got the whole gang. The whole gang's here, and we see everybody's side. We see why people are choosing the sides that they are choosing, and you know, it's just a great movie. Just a great
I
movie.
do. You were just talking about something that made me think about. I like how in this movie there's a single moment where Cap is considering signing.
Yeah.
Like he's bringing out the FDR pins, and
Mm-hmm.
Tony bringing out the FDR pins. Like he's about to sign, and then Tony talked about how he had Wanda prisoner,
Mhm.
and then Cap's like, "What the what?
Why?
What are you doing?" And
Yeah.
that we go back to conflict, and I thought that was interesting because and that's what makes it so good. These are two people that clearly love and depend on one another, and they're having just a conflict of interest. Not conflict of interest, they're having a confliction of ideals right here. And this is at the time, like 2016 was the year when you had like the superheroes fighting one another for ideological purposes. You got Batman, Superman, you got Captain America, Civil War. Obviously, like one of those movies was a bit larger than life, and You got this one.
Batman vs Superman. I agree. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
And I think that's what makes it so good, especially the airport scene, which we're about to get to intersect, because these are all people that you've watched on screen for a little bit, so you have a connection with them. To see them fight, it kind of hurts. It hurts to watch, Vision fight everybody. It hurts to watch Wanda throw cars onto Tony and Rhodey and all them. It hurts to watch that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Also,
if I can, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
No,
Cristian.
go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, if I can, before we get to the airport scene, I want to bounce off what Ruben said earlier about this being probably like one of the best movies that we've seen on our list because, I mean, he's right, and what I think why he's right is that this movie, what we both mentioned so far, is that it knows what it needs to focus on. Like it knows that it needs to be like a serious tone because of its serious subject matter and like the weight that is like the question between, like Eric said, like security and freedom. So the way they highlight that I think is like really special. There's a scene pretty early on when Wanda is really reflecting on like the news footage. This is before Lieutenant Ross comes in. When she's like in her room just looking at the footage of what happened in Lagos. And I want to give a shout out to the score by Henry Jackman that underscores this like scene, which is just like pitch perfect right here. Like the fact that she's like really down and thinking about like her actions, that they have like serious consequences. Like everything they do reflects not just on themselves, but like all of the Avengers together and everyone like they represent and everyone that's like around them. And the fact that like the movie like forefronts that for 40 minutes and then we get the action sequences later, I think is like fantastic.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself, because I think, because Kat brings up a great point where, like, when Tony and them talks about it, like, literally, who's to say that these people won't tell us to go somewhere that we shouldn't go, or fight someone we shouldn't fight. And so,
People have agendas.
right? And so, before we get into the antagonist and the airport scene, which I think are the two best parts of this movie, how do we feel about the introduction of Black Panther and Spider-Man? Like, looking back on it now, as we've had like their movies and stuff, I want to start with T'Challa first. Um, I know I've said this before. First off, like, this is the best Black Panther suit, the Civil War suit. It was so good. I remember there were a lot of cheers when Black Panther came on screen, rightfully
Yes.
so, because he's just so royal looking, just like coming onto the screen, like, this is a man you do not want to fuck with. So Ruben, what did you think personally of like the Black Panther introduction, like his storyline coming into it, being a bit vengeful?
I think it was good to see, especially the vengeful. Like for me, I'm not really. I don't really care about Black Panther. Like, cool. He's a great character and everything, but like, I'd rather see more Spider Man. I'd rather see more Captain America, more Falcon. But yes, that's okay. That's all right. I'm okay. Obviously, I know I'm in the wrong here, but that's okay. We see him at the end. He's like, "You focused on revenge, and that's how you essentially won. But like you won for the wrong reasons, and I don't want to be like you, Zemo. So I'm going to save you and get justice for what you've done." So like it was perfect.
I would think it was a saving thing, because
Well,
I would say that's the most badass scene in the movie.
right, but that's what
When,
I'm saying.
he's about
Like,
to shoot.
yeah, he's about to shoot himself, and he saves him from shooting himself. Like he prevents him from shooting himself. How about that one?
Yeah, because I think just his line is, "The living are not done with you yet." I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah.
I think that was incredible. I think it. Oh, I don't even know. I'm just gonna let Christian talk. Christian, what did you think of Black Panther introduction?
Yes. For me, what makes Chadwick Boseman's introduction as Black Panther so powerful is that his introduction isn't as Black Panther, it's as T'Challa,
Yeah.
which I think adds a lot of weight to it because the first time we see him is him talking to T'Chaka together. So we get like the foundation there of like their relationship. So that like when 5 minutes later, when T'Chaka ends up dying, like it just adds like way more investment into T'Challa's character and like we understand his motivations, and we want payback too because we get like that powerful scene where he's just holding T'Chaka in his arms. Like you can hear him saying like Baba like very quietly. It's fantastic. So then to see him like suited up after chasing Bucky, I think is like yes, I'm all in for Black Panther now.
Oh, Black Panther and Cap having like a foot race. Oh man, that was so.
That was so
oh,
good.
it was so good.
So good.
They move so fast, dude.
So quick. But yeah, shout out. I can't believe we haven't talked about Winter Soldier played a very big part of this movie. I think more so than just the actual Winter Soldier movie. Because I think he was the reason why Cap and Tony were having these disagreements.
Yeah.
Like part of the main reason. You know, we get the line at the end like he's my friend. Well, so was I. I think that was incredible. And then Ruben, I'm gonna start with you again. What'd you think of our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man showing up? I remember when Tony said, "I'm gonna go get something. I'm gonna get someone too," and then they showed the pop of Queens. I'm like,
perfect.
That's the one thing I remember about my cinema experience. That's the one thing is that pop to seeing Queens. Fuck.
I will say I love the location pops. It's done perfectly and it gets the point across. I love the Russo brothers. Perfection. Introduction to Peter Parker. Fucking great. He just walks in and he's like, "Hey May, you know, I just picked up a fucking DVD player." We see, oh my god, it's just perfect. It's everything I wanted as a Spider-Man. And I'm gonna go back into the Avengers 2.5 conversation for a sec. Like, this is the first time we see Peter interact with any other Avenger except for, like, this is the only time, I'm sorry, any other Avenger except for Iron Man. And it's great. We see, like, in the sense of, like, he's actually talking to Wanda, you know? It's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. We've never seen that before after this. Well, we've never seen that after this. He's he's fucking cracking jokes at Ant-Man for being too big and being a fucking AT-AT. Like, it's great. You know, Tom Holland, 10 out of 10. This kid's going places.
yeah. Some would say he's the star of a major motion picture trilogy and other
Let's
stuff.
hope
as
for
well.
a quadrilogy or whatever the fuck it's called.
We'll see how it goes. He knows he wants to come back. Christian, what did you think of Spidey coming in?
This is a weird take, but this version of Spider-Man, out of the 3 times we've seen Tom Holland suit up, is my favorite of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for whatever reason, like the depiction here is a bit more like familiar to, or the kind of Spider-Man that I like, where he's like a bit nerdy. Like he's showing up with his like science tea, like Ruben said, his tech. I think it was like a keyboard, and then he's talking about like, I can't go. I've had a great day. I had an algebra test. Nailed it. Like that to me is like the kind of Spider-Man that I really relate to and like that I really want to see. I lose it a little bit with the actual movies, but otherwise, like that whole sequence where him and Tony are just going back and forth in his bedroom, that to me like was like a 10 out, like this movie's a 10 out of 10. This scene alone, perfection.
Yeah, you're right. That one scene where he goes, "I can't. I got algebra homework." And so I was like, "I'm just gonna pretend you didn't say that."
Yeah. The fact that they essentially got into Peter's powers within 5 minutes of just talking essentially cuts out the first, Tobey Maguire's first movie and freaking Andrew Garfield's first movie. 5 minutes. That's all you needed to do. Explain. Why are you wearing goggles?
Show the video. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's really young too, because it's like he's like 6 months into being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
In this movie, and I think that makes sense. Because Homecoming is sophomore year. So I think it was interesting because obviously for me, Spider-Man, my favorite character of all time. He was so great. Like he acted. Like I love the Underoos. I thought that was really fun. I enjoyed like when he's fighting Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Oh my god, you have a metal arm? Oh my god, that's so cool.
Perfect. When he's reading the Miranda rights to Falcon while he's in the air, you have the right to remain silent, and he's beating on him. Come on, man. You fucking kidding me?
When they're like, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight before, but there's usually not this much talking.
Yeah.
I enjoyed like the best part I think for me was when he's fighting Cap.
Yep.
Because like he's been so like Tony's just like whispering all this stuff into his ear, and he's telling Captain America that you're wrong, and Captain America just like, there's a lot here you don't understand. Then we get like, you got heart, kid. Where are you from? Queens, Brooklyn, and it was just like, oh my god,
Perfect.
so perfect. Because like every Marvel character is from New York.
Yeah.
I think that's contractually obligated.
Some might
Every
say
Marvel character has to be.
it's the greatest city in the world. That's what I've heard.
Some would
live
say.
in Jersey.
What?
Nothing. I was just trying to be mean.
I don't live in Jersey yet. I'm still in New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking news here, everyone. So anyway, yeah, such wonderful introductions to these beloved MCU characters. One last major point I want to talk about in this movie. Let's talk about Zemo and
Fantastic villain.
how this non-powered person is probably the best villain in the MCU for me, other than Thanos. He won.
Yeah. The
This
only
is one of the-
villain
he won.
that wins.
Like he
Yeah.
What's his name? T'Challa's cousin from Black Panther. Killmonger wins.
Killmonger?
Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
Like,
Oh, I meant like so far.
like yeah, so far in the MCU,
so far,
he's,
yes.
he's the only one to win.
Yeah.
Like, he did all this. He just found a book. He read some words to Bucky, and he let them crumble. That's all he
Mission
did.
report, December 16, 1991? 1991?
Yeah. 1991.
Yes. When she sends you nudes, but you wanted the mission report from December 16th, 1991.
Nice.
I think that was great. And I remember in the movie when they found out, like, I'm not the only Winter Soldier. Oh my god. That was a big reveal. Oh, shit. We haven't talked about the wonderfulness that is Paul Rudd going, oh my god, you're Captain America. Oh my god.
What a gem.
I love
What a
Paul
gem.
Rudd. Sexiest man of 2021.
Yeah.
I think that Zemo is one of the best MCU villains. Arguably could be the best. But he had a simple revenge tale, and he just studied the Avengers, and he let their egos do the rest.
Yeah.
That's all he did. He took these super powered, complex characters and just took a step back.
Yeah, for me, Zemo is strong. If you think back to like the beginning of the movie, by the way, like fantastic scene where Tony's reliving his trauma via the barf
Oh, my
goggles.
God.
Like I think that scene is like really like emotional. I love it.
So great.
Like after that actress who's like later is in the MCU again, I forget her name. And when she's like explaining who her son is and where he was, like that is the same origin story basically as Zemo. Like Zemo lost people too, but he had the means to do something about it in a different way, obviously a wrong way. Like he is the bad guy for a reason. But yeah, like Zemo is the person that like actually takes actions for like the way a lot of people are feeling about the Avengers. He's
Yeah.
the one to do it, and that's why I think Zemo like is so strong for me.
And I love the dichotomy, I hope I'm saying this right, of the Sokovia Accords and just Zemo's actions. Like, yes, we can get the superheroes together on one front. However, they'll just eventually crumble because of Zemo's actions. So good.
That's actually a really good point there, Ruben. I haven't thought about why.
Thank
Because
you.
you got the very official Sokovia Accords, which everyone like, hey, sign these, will be official, and then you got Zemo's way. It's I'm going to get dirty. I'm going to do this my way, and which way is going to win. So yeah, that is an interesting.
Just
Thanks,
thought of
Ruben.
it on the spot,
Wow, good job.
Thank you.
So Ruben, I see here that you put there is only one flaw in this movie.
Yeah. Do we want to get
What
to
is
that
that
now? I figured we could go a little more into.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I'm sure. We can talk about how how instantly clicking, if that's even a phrase, Bucky and Sam were.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, so good. Could you move your seat up?
Instant chemistry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a reference. I thought you were telling me to do something. I'm sorry.
No.
I hate you.
Right. Oh, good. Oh man. So Ruben, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. Um,
Is it the flaw? I have another thing to say before the flaw.
no, it's not the flaw. It's not the flaw. You can
Okay.
go ahead. I got a couple more stuff.
Don fucking Cheadle, the underappreciated goat of the MCU. Man just has like charisma coming out of every orifice. He is like fantastic. One of my favorite actors, just like beyond just MCU stuff. Like he's so good. The emotional weight he brings, not just because like obviously he gets like partially paralyzed.
Mhm.
I mean that does play a big factor in it, but like the way he deals with it after, like he's like I gotta I don't know, the way he comes out of it is just like too much for me, dude. He's like, yeah, I just got a bad card or bad something. This is a bad beat, he says.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got dealt a bad hand.
Yeah, bad beat, and I don't
Um,
know. I don't like seeing Don Cheadle get hurt.
that just adds to the weight of it all. Like Tony, is got even more pissed off. His best friend gets fucking paralyzed by a member of his own team,
Yeah.
which is wild.
Can't believe they showed it in the trailer. I watched the trailer after the movie. I was like, wow, they really gave this away. Dang, that's crazy.
And they blame it on fucking Falcon. It's unreal. Unreal.
I know that. Can we talk about Hawkeye just going into Avengers base, just not having a care in the world? He's about to deal with the two most powerful
Yeah.
Avengers.
He doesn't care.
Doesn't even flinch when Wanda throws a knife at him.
Do we all like Hawkeye in this podcast? I enjoyed this Hawkeye.
Yes, I think
Hawkeye is great.
Is much better than his previous. I guess Phase 1.
Yeah.
was.
The problem was he was the short. He got the short end of the stick, especially on Avengers. He gets mind control in the beginning, so obviously one of these Avengers has to, not be as in the spotlight. But Hawkeye is one of my favorites. Like he's so good.
I would even go as far as to say as Age of Ultron is where Hawkeye turns into like not the shit end of the stick for the Avengers.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hawkeye was great. Nice outfit in this one.
Yeah.
Had a really cool costume, and he has one of the best lines. We're like, hey, we're still friends after this, right? It depends on how hard you hit me.
Yeah. Real great. I did want to bring up two things. The Russo brothers really know how to shoot a chase scene. God damn.
It's good.
So good. And I had one question. T'Chaka, when he's given that speech, he says something along the lines of the weapon that built from vibranium before they closed down their borders. Do we know what that was?
The shield?
Oh, I figured it was something else before that. Okay. All right. Cool.
No, that was one of the only weapons to be used. That was one of the only times that vibranium was used.
Okay.
Outside.
Yeah, but he made it sound like it was a bad thing, like a bad weapon of destruction.
Well,
I mean, it was stolen vibranium, right?
I mean, you have to look at it this way, especially like Falcon Winter Soldier. That shield has become a symbol.
Yeah.
So like that symbol, like the vibranium being used, to kind of hurt people, that may not sit well with the Wakandan royalty. So maybe that's what he meant by it.
Okay. Cool. All right. Just double check.
Cristian, I saw you raise your hand. What you got?
Did I?
Yeah, you were like right before Ruben started.
I can just throw in some. I can throw in some more cool scenes. I might have done it by accident.
Yeah, of course.
One of my favorite scenes. This came from the trailer, but then it was also in the movie, of course. Is when Iron Man has to fight Winter Soldier, who's now turned because of Zemo through whatever they're at, Martin Freeman's prison, whatever.
Yeah.
And he obviously doesn't have a suit. He's got that nice Tom Ford 3-piece, of course, but he has that like watch that turns into a hand. When he is taking on the Winter Soldier one-on-one, and he only has this one piece of equipment, and he puts his hand over the barrel of the gun, and the Winter Soldier shoots, and it stops for just like that one beat, just to look at to have Tony Stark's reaction of like, oh my god, like that almost shot me in the face.
Yeah. One
of the most insane shots I've ever seen in an MCU movie.
Real good.
That I did enjoy that line where he's like, well, and how can you promise results? Because next time I won't be showing up in a 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. Just so many wonderful scenes in this. Like when the Belgian police try to come capture Bucky, and that whole that whole action scene.
Yeah.
With Cap, Bucky, and it was so good.
The stairs. Oh man.
Oh, And then
So
that's when Black Panther comes in in all his glory. Oh, so good, like the helicopter shooting at him, and he just didn't have a care in the world.
Yep.
The motorcycle.
Oh my God, that
The
motorcycle!
flip.
Yeah, so good, so good.
Oh,
Um,
another line. One of my favorite lines is, "We have met before. My name's Clint. I don't care." Like,
So good.
amazing.
And
I
then you
miss
get that
Chadwick.
payoff in Endgame's like, Clint, give it to me. It's like, he remembered his
Mm-hmm.
name.
Mm-hmm.
I also enjoy like some of the funny parts, like, hey guys, remember that really old movie
Yeah,
with Empire Strikes Back? Tony, how old is this kid? I didn't get to carbon date him.
yeah, so good.
Some other scenes I love, Ant-Man up in Tony's circuitry is like, who is speaking?
Your
It's your
conscience.
conscience. We haven't spoken in a while.
Dude, when he's like, "Yeah, I'm the boss. I'm the boss." Also, like the hype for that one, like, oh my god, is he gonna get big? Because I didn't know. There was obviously the Lego stores were always leaking stuff from the MCU movie, so my
They're
friend got
still.
spoiled, but I didn't know.
I got spoiled.
That sucks because I just like did not know.
It was
It's
a
gonna
Pop
happen.
Funko for me because I got the Captain America Pop Funko and I looked on the back and it said Giant Man. I'm like, oh no. I did enjoy that. Just like his whole like, oh my god, like it worked. And then you get one of Tony's best line. Does anyone else hiding any special powers that I
Yeah.
should know about?
Mhm.
I also enjoy that. Does anyone have any orange slices?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He gets
Okay.
orange slices in something else apparently, which
In
is a callback.
Endgame.
Endgame, in Endgame, yeah. I didn't
So,
know that till last week.
Yeah. Me either.
um,
It's weird. Where did we remember that from?
you guys
Somebody
watch the
on
movies
Twitter
together.
Somebody on Twitter posted that like somebody left orange slices out for him when he was testing out the time equipment in Endgame.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right.
Any other cool scenes anyone want to talk about?
The
We
whole
got
movie.
Jim Rash in this movie, and come on, are we kidding me right now?
Yep.
So good.
Jim Rash?
Yeah, the guy from
Uh,
the dean from Community.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of
He was the
course.
MIT dean, I
Yeah.
think.
Yep.
So
Are you ready for this one flaw?
it's so before we mentioned it's so funny because we mentioned Barf earlier. It's just so funny how this very dramatic scene was just used for Mysterio.
Yeah.
He called my thing Barf.
And I'm
Either way.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Um,
It's perfect.
so, Ruben, what's this movie's flaw?
This movie has one flaw, guys, and I think we all know what it is. But I'm
Is it
gonna
Are
be
you gonna say Sharon?
No, it's not Sharon. It is the CGI in this movie.
Yes. Thank you.
Oof.
My only complaint. My only
Yeah.
complaint.
What scenes specifically?
Literally Iron Man
Airport.
in any scene with the suit on. The airport scene is definitely really bad. Like I noticed it as soon as the fight ended, where the last few minutes of that scene, there's somebody. I think it's Wanda. Oh yeah, it's Wanda and Vision. Vision's coming to help Wanda up, and I just see the difference between like Wanda and Vision and the background, which is just clearly CGI because there's no way that they blow up a plane. But oh, it's upsetting.
Hey, Christopher Nolan did it. Why can't the Russos?
Yeah.
This is true.
My only other complaint too is like there's like a little bit of tonal whiplash, like the airport speed scene is like the only highlight I think I really have of this is that like it's supposed to be played like a serious moment, but then there's like a lot of jokes shoved in, and then like Tony will come back like, and you've been I forget what he says the actual line, but like Eric said it earlier, which I love the joke is like you're pulling your punches or whatever, like depends on how hard you hit me, but like when you think about it, like they're supposed to be having like a very serious fight, so
Yeah.
having like jokes like that, which even though I do enjoy, can give me some whiplash just depending on where we are in the scene. But otherwise, this is like an almost perfect movie.
I did also, now I mention it, there is that one scene, like at the beginning of the airport scene, when Tony is like, because you're going to come with us because it's us.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's us here. This isn't, some bad guy or something. Like, we fought together. Like, we've broken bread together, if you want to say that. And
Shawarma.
that's what just makes this
Gripping
movie
shawarma together.
so good.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have any final thoughts before we get into our rankings?
I got nothing.
No? Them
Good movie.
Russos, they got a little career ahead of them, making good movies.
Dude, The trilogy the Russos did with the MCU, bangers.
Real bangers.
All right.
What's
Because
up?
we didn't have one last week, we actually have a cameo to talk about today. So, Ruben, take it away, my friend.
Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on, I wasn't prepared for this, Eric. I'm sorry. 1 second. Okay, so fuck, I didn't fix that. Give me 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. Do we want to talk about something else before I?
Don't forget, help us out. Donate to Extra Life. We're looking to get to our second goal of $500, and any donations contribution would be really helpful. So, we go to our website, Ruben, for that.
If you put in the Discord, sorry, in the Discord, in the chat, I'll put it right now. Extra Life.
What's the hyperlink? There's a hyperlink for us.
Boom, it's right there. It's in the
Yeah.
chat.
Please feel free to donate to our helping out for Extra Life. So please consider that.
Yes.
I should tweet this out. I'll tweet this out.
Okay, so ranking the Stan Lee cameos. As you can see on the board, gentlemen, we have I'm only doing top 5 now. Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, Captain America the First. every time. Captain America the First Avenger, White House Medal of Honor commentator who says, "I thought he'd be taller." We have number 4, Captain America the Winter Soldier, the Smithsonian security guard who is going to lose his job because Cap stole his uniform. Back. Number 3, Avengers, superheroes in New York. Give me a break. The old man playing chess in the park in the news segment. Number 2, Thor, pickup truck guy trying to lift the hammer, looking back, asking, "Did I get it?" And number 1, of course, Age of Ultron. The World War II vet that gets super hammered at super hammered at the Avengers party. So where do we want to put this? All right, this.
I think we should tell them what the cameo
yes,
is.
this cameo was FedEx delivery guy that says, "quote unquote," "Are you Tony Stank?"
Yes, this is Tony Stank.
Yes. Where do you want to put it, guys? Eric, let's start with
Wait,
you.
what was the Ant-Man one? There's just an open parentheses as number 6.
Oh, Ant-Man, it was the bartender guy during the Luis.
Oh yeah, that's
Villain
right. That's
at the
right.
end.
I didn't fill it in. Hold on.
I would just put bartender, dude.
Yeah,
Bartender.
in Luis's story.
Looking at these, this one, I would have it right above the new number 4.
Oh, you're knocking down White House.
Over the Smithsonian security?
Oh, the Smithsonian one, because obviously Stan Lee saying superheroes in New York, that makes me smile. His excitement and "Did I Get It" with Mjolnir, and of course him saying Excelsior. I cannot put it higher than 4. That's
Okay.
just for me.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a funny line.
Yeah.
An old guy trying to read Tony Stark's name and says Tony Stank.
What about you?
The fact that I couldn't
Christian?
remember number 6 means it's at least top 5 for me.
Okay.
Listen, I really liked I thought it'd be taller. Doesn't get the same laugh out of me that Tony Stank does. And then just looking at the Smithsonian security guard, like, I like it a lot, but hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd put it as a new number 4 as well.
New number 4.
I can't put it higher than Avengers, but I
Okay.
can put it over Smithsonian security.
All right. I'm gonna have to agree with you. So it's gonna be the new number 4. This is Civil War. All right. So we have our new number 5 is Captain America 2. I'm not going to go into the descriptions. We have number 4 as Captain America Civil War. We have number 3, The Avengers. Number 2 is Thor. And number 1 is Avengers Age of Ultron. Well done, guys. Well done.
All right. It's been a while since we had a nice Stan Lee cameo to talk about. So
Yes.
that was good. I'm sad because we're going to reach a definitive end with those.
No, don't say that.
We'll have to give Ruben a new segment.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll figure something out.
All right, here's going to be a fun one right here. So, as I always say, what good is heroes without good villains, everyone? So it's time to rank those villains. I will do what Ruben did. I will do the top 5. We have because the rest are on the screen right below me.
Yes.
Number 5, Taskmaster / Dreykov from Black Widow. Number 4, Loki from Thor. Number 3, Loki from Avengers. Number 2, the Winter Soldier from Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And number 1, Wenwu from Shang-Chi. So where are we putting Zemo in Civil War? I will start off first. This is number 1.
Yeah.
Easily, because 1, he won.
Yep.
1, he won. He accomplished his goal. He brought the destruction of the Avengers. And who's to say, maybe if this didn't happen, maybe they would have been more united for Infinity War, and maybe they would have had a better chance going against Thanos. So this brought real, true consequences and ramifications to the MCU. So for that, he is number 1. Wenwu is great. I think Wenwu for me is just the performance, like his story. He's very sad man. He misses his wife, and of course he puts his kids to the side for that, which I mean I get. I understand. I sympathize with him, but from a narrative perspective,
I'm just kidding.
No, I sympathize with him. Like he lost his wife. He's very sad.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So, but like for me, I think that was a performance. Like Daniel Bruhl's performance and the story ramifications behind it, it's easy for me. He's number 1. He's the new number 1.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm to be fair. I know I lost. Like I'm happy with putting it at number 1 because honestly, I think Wenwu and Zemo are pretty interchangeable as terms of like quality villains. So let me just rant about Wenwu for a second and why I think Wenwu like for at least the rest of like 30 seconds to a minute from now, like let me hold on to this number 1 spot for just a bit longer. If that's okay.
All right, that's fine.
Also, like Zemo and Wenwu, very similar villains in that they're both turned to a life of villainy because they lost like
Revenge.
the love of their lives and their family. It comes from a vengeful location, right? Wenwu for me, I think, is so powerful because just what we just said. He loses people that he loves and he turns back to his old life. But what I think really elevates him is that everything is done through the lens of his son. And I'm a sucker for a good father-son relationship. Like that, like empathizing with. Yes, Ruben.
No, continue. I'll wait till you're done. I have.
Okay. Yeah. The fact that like Shang really wants his dad to change, and that Wenwu is like really unwavering because he just is desperate to get his wife back. And then we get that obviously that climax scene when Wenwu decides to finally have a change of heart and like relinquish himself, and give his like the rings to Shang and kind of give himself away to that demon, that dragon, and be one with his wife, and not the way that he thought, but one that is like the ultimate way to reconvene. I just thought was really powerful. Zemo, of course, still such a plus S tier villain, so I'm happy to put him as number 1.
All right.
I will say, sorry, the only problem I have with Wenwu as number 1 currently is like he chose the life of villainy before he met his wife, and it came to bite him in the ass. So it's, Zemo didn't choose the life of villainy. He was forced to choose the life of villainy.
Chose him.
Yeah, isn't that more tragic though, to leave it all behind and have to be forced to go back into it?
Well, no, because you knew it was going to happen. Why would you stay in the same place that you had your villain empire? Like, you didn't think people were going to come back?
Hubris.
Okay, yeah, but you didn't think people were going to come back?
The one thing Zemo doesn't have is Tony Leung's eyes, man. The emotion behind those eyes.
This is true. So, is it confirmed? Is this the number 1?
New number 1.
Yeah. Sure.
Number 1, Zemo from Civil War.
Okay, there we go.
Good list.
All right. It's time for the last ranking we have. We'll give it to Cristian. Cristian, take it away.
Yeah, and for this I'll do top 10, just because it's the actual like
MCU,
all the MCU movies. Top 10: Iron Man 3, number 9 Black Widow, number 8 Avengers: Age of Ultron, number 7 Eternals, number 6 Ant-Man, number 5 Captain America: The First Avenger, number 4 The Avengers, number 3 Guardians of the Freaking Galaxy, number 2 Shang-Chi, number 1 Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And I think I know where Civil War is going, but I will first hand it off over to Eric because he looks excited.
Well, for me, it's number 2 right now. It's the new number 2.
What?
Um,
What?
'Cause
Wow.
I think for me, like Winter Soldier, um, let me get this out of the way. Civil War is a fantastic movie. It also just has a lot of parts to it. They do the parts really well, but I think there is just a bit too much going on. Winter Soldier is very tight and compact. Um, there's no, because we're talking about if it's Avengers 2.5 and stuff. Is it a Cap story at heart? There's no denying that with Winter Soldier. That is a Captain America story right there. He deals with all that, and this one maybe kind of the Captain America thing loses it when you have all these characters in it.
But
Um,
does it though? Like we
no,
still
like I was
have.
saying, it's a fantastic movie. Like I think it's number 2 I have for a reason up here. Like Civil War is a fantastic movie. It's still in my top 5 of all time for MCU. It's a great movie. I just think Winter Soldier edges it out just a little bit. This is like if they were in a foot race, Winter Soldier is beating it by like maybe a hair or something for me.
Okay.
Because they took a very
Dang.
convoluted story that is Civil War and they made it, you know, bite size in a sense, and got the important messages across without all the extra crap
Fat.
in
Yeah.
that comic series. So I know I'm probably gonna lose it, but just for me, it's number 2, only by a little bit.
Okay. Christian, what do you think?
Listen, I'm sorry, Eric. I respect it, but I
Yeah.
can't put it anything lower than number 1.
Oh, of
Like,
course.
I think
I
this
totally
movie
get it.
nails. This movie nails everything for me. Like the tone, the pacing, the structure, the emotion. Everything is capturing me from start to finish. Winter Soldier doesn't. Like I tune out towards like the end of the third act. Like it's a bit too stale for me. I don't know. That's not quite the right word, but like something about that final third act just kind of loses me every single time. Even though like it's still a great movie. Like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna deny that. But
All right.
yeah, Civil War, I just find to be way more immersive. I don't know how to
Of
quite put it,
course.
but yeah.
I get it, guys. I
At the end,
really
it's
do.
a matter of preference, right? At the end
Yeah,
of the day.
I get it.
So here we are. As if I didn't give my thoughts on what this movie
That's
is.
true. I forgot.
You did spoil it earlier.
I didn't spoil it earlier. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, Eric. I gotta go with number 1.
Guys, it's okay.
No,
Like
it's
I
not
take no,
okay,
I take
Eric.
no.
It's
Like
not
I'm telling you
okay.
guys, it's
I'm
all right.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's number 1. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
We have 2 character
Spider-Man.
introductions. One that we never thought we would have seen in the MCU, Spider-Man, and we didn't have that fucking. We didn't have to relive Uncle Ben dying for the 3rd time. You know, we didn't need to.
I get it, Ruben. It's
We
okay.
didn't
I
need to.
understand.
I'm sorry, Eric, but like it's number
This
1.
is not a personal slight against me. It's all
Listen,
right.
I'm sorry, but it's number 1. It's in the number 1.
Okay.
All right,
Is it confirmed? Is it official?
it's official.
Mark it up.
Boom. There it is.
Number 1, Captain America, Civil War. Civil War.
All right, there it is. We got 2 new number 1s on our list. Just shows you, excuse me, the power this movie has. Like this, it's an exceptional movie. It's always in most people's top 5, top 3 even, because the Russos knew what they were doing. They did a really good job. So, with that being said, it is now time to reach the end of the show. Sadly, so we're gonna do some plugs. I will go first. I don't really have much to plug because I have a daughter who turned 3 weeks old today, which is wild. Tessa and I have kept a little baby human alive for 3 weeks. It's insane.
That is
So
insane.
How have you guys been sleeping?
ha ha ha.
I
Hi.
haven't.
I know.
So yeah, tune in next week when we talk about which Golden Girls member is the actual best. I'm kidding. We are very sleep deprived. Tessa has been a real champion, true champion, number 1 mom in the universe of all time history. So that's what we got. So pretty much this is the main thing I do now. I have all my time on this channel is dedicated to Marvel Mondays because that's where my major passions lie is superhero stuff. And tomorrow we're gonna have the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer reaction, which I'm really excited for. And that's really it. So during this time, please keep liking, keep watching our stuff. These guys do amazing things. They're gonna keep doing amazing things. So I'm just happy I get to spend a little bit of time with them each week. Cristian,
wants to make me cry.
I know, right?
Ugh.
what you got for us, Cristian?
Yes, please follow me at ISO Christian for updates for everything I do, including all the work I do on this channel. There's a new video essay, hopefully going up by the end of the week. I'm trying my best to get that done. I just finished the introduction before we started going live, and let me tell you, it is fire. I know I'm biased, but like I really like this opening. So let's hope the rest of it turns out good. Otherwise, I also do a movie podcast called Large Popcorn. We just had an episode on The French Dispatch. Dune, I think, was one of the higher downloaded episode that we've done. Actually, no, apparently Nacho Libre is the highest I've done. I'm just looking right now.
Nacho Libre.
Yes, that movie's goated.
Nacho.
New episode coming out tomorrow, Tuesday, on The Harder They Fall, the Netflix movie, Black Western, which is fantastic. And then I do a weekly gaming podcast every Wednesday, Podcast PXN. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Is there going to be
Awesome.
a large popcorn episode on, fuck, I forgot the name of the movie already. The Ryan Reynolds.
The Red Notice, whatever. What was it called?
Burn Notice?
I'm telling you guys, it's not worth an episode. It's really bad.
Okay.
No, the next movie we're actually doing next week is the Matrix sequels.
Oh, okay. All right.
3 guesses who's going to be on that show.
Guess, Eric. I want you to.
Oh man, I don't know. It could be anybody, really.
It could be anyone. Yeah.
I don't know any
be
huge
Eric.
Matrix fans on the. You don't want that, Ruben. You want me for superhero stuff, and that's about it. You don't want me on Matrix.
Not even Star Wars? Wow.
Oh, true. But there's so many other people out there. Like I'm okay with just being the superhero guy. That's fine by me.
Will Beeman.
So yeah, please
Will.
watch words coming out of my mouth. Christian stuff. He's great. Look at that guy. Look how handsome he is.
Hello.
Look at him. He's waving.
So send him your Twitter bios, He needs a new one.
My Tinder bios, you mean?
That's what I mean. Every time. Every time.
Yeah, anyway. Ruben. Our
Yeah.
fearless leader. What do you got for me, buddy?
Listen, we got the surprise release of Halo Infinite multiplayer tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And am I going to skip work tomorrow to play this game all night? Maybe. For legal reasons, I can't say yes, but we'll see. We're streaming all week, boys.
Yeah.
All week.
We're gonna be streaming at about what? At 8:30? Is that when you're starting?
Well,
or
it
9:30?
is. Yeah, because it's 8:40 now, so 9:40.
8:40.
This was a long episode, but I'm proud of it. It was really good. It was really
Well,
good.
it's one of the better movies, obviously.
Yeah. Keeps people on
we
their
got-
toes to see which one where it ends up on the list.
Right. And obviously, it's one of the bigger, more thought-provoking movies of the MCU. Probably the next few movies. Probably not going to be this long when we talk about them. But yeah, tune in for a little bit. Hey, Halo and the guys, Ruben and
Halo and the guys.
Halo and the guys. They're gonna be playing some Halo on the channel, Halo Infinite. It's really exciting.
I think it's just
please
me,
watch
actually.
it.
What's our next Doctor Strange is our next movie.
Yes.
No, Black
so
Panther
next
is-
week we will be discussing Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay. I got a
Doctor
little upset
Strange.
that I was going to be hosting Black Panther just because it's on my lower end of my list. But it's okay.
Just
Great.
end the episode.
Doctor
I don't want to end on
Strange?
a low
Oh,
note.
Fuck yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Guys,
Doctor Strange. We'll see how that goes.
which side are you on?